done. Can you give me my coffee? I'm running late.
Hi, Skip. Hi, Kelly.
Money, I got money. Money, I got money.
What is she? What are we doing? Oh my God, stop. Thank you.
Welcome to our podcast. What is up, guys? What is poppin'? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, your mother-daughter duo.
We are in great moods today, right?
No. Give me a cute little ASMR. You're disgraceful.
You're disgusting.
I'm pop rocking over here. What are you doing?
No, listen.
Anybody want to hear me crack my teeth?
I hope so bad her tooth falls out.
Wouldn't be your first time. Oh, I spit my tongue.
I'm gonna knock yours out.
Did we ever tell the story about... My mom told the story on her live. I'm sorry, this is so we were like chewing on candy.
Some of us are chewing, some of us are sucking. Look,
So my mom does a...
it looks like a tongue.
My mom does lives on her Instagram, so if you're not following her, you should, because it's
And
so
everybody makes fun of me, but I like
We
it.
can go on and roast her. It's so much fun. We all
Alright,
get
fine,
together
I'll
and
do
it.
another one this week.
So my mom was telling a story on her live. If you guys missed it, she told the story about her tooth falling out. So I think you should tell our podcast real quick.
That's rude.
Because it fell out, but then she put it back in when it came out the poop.
Pooped it out.
She really did. She swallowed
Sorry,
it.
Mom.
Why?
Grandma got. She said that she, like, not quivers. What's the word?
She's just
Sometimes she
flabbergasted.
cringes a little bit.
And she's flabbergasted. That's
Sometimes
what
she
they say.
just like shakes her head like, why did they have to go there?
But yeah, so my mom accidentally swallowed her tooth eating. Called the dentist
I was eating
frantically.
cereal. I thought it was a piece of cereal, crunchy cereal, and it was my tooth. So I swallowed it, and then I felt like the milk go up like in the hole where the tooth was. And
No.
I'm like, my heart dropped. Because then I'm like, where did it go? And I'm like, no, it didn't. So then I called the dentist, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I just swallowed my tooth, and she comes straight out, and she said, well, you know what you have to do. And I'm like, no. She's like, that's the only way it's gonna happen.
But she didn't even sanitize it. She just put it back there.
You're such a liar. I sanitized it for like ever. Way, way longer than what they said to do.
1 whole hour.
Yeah, not even.
That's what they said to do.
Did you get a toothpick and good old
First one, the hardest part was fetching it.
What do you mean?
When you
Oh,
Take a
disinfect.
you have to get the tooth out. You have, like.
I didn't mean to say disinfect. I meant to say, what's that word? Dissect.
No, it's not dissect.
Mm-hmm.
You have to massage it to see.
Mom!
For something. You have to find the crunchy part.
Okay, I'm throwing up in my mouth right now.
You started this.
Anyway,
I hope your tooth falls out.
everybody unfollow Jay Clay on Instagram right now. Everybody that unfollows Jay Clay gets a follow from me. Just kidding. We came today at a later time, 6:24, and I just heard some
I was just gonna
construction
say,
knocking.
to avoid construction and watch them have scheduled construction outside of business hours, because we didn't complain, but we let them know that we were not too thrilled.
They were probably gonna be leaving.
No, we never told them that.
Oh.
Yeah, and like that, we were supposed to be in our new location.
No, we were way behind. So,
So is our
anyways.
life.
We've had a lot going on, a lot of business stuff going on. Jay Clay's been doing her whole Jacked life this entire week. FDD came back from... Is this a freaking joke?
But you know what? They can't. She got so angry, she flipped her head that her hair came flying into her eyeball. But listen, the only people that really hear it, because I listen to the podcast on like iTunes,
You
and
can still
YouTube.
hear it.
Like there were some times that we could hear something so loud in our headsets, but like on the actual like iTunes and stuff, they couldn't hear it. The YouTube
Heard it
was
better,
Yeah, it was more not edible. My gosh, it was more
Audible.
Audible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't try to like. That was me trying to sound all sophisticated, and you just like stole that right out of me.
But yeah, so FDD came to visit us this week. He was Midwest, right, with work at the moment in his
He
RV.
was in Toledo.
In Toledo,
Yes.
Canada.
That's what she said. She said, "Oh yeah, in Canada." We were like,
No, it's Ohio. So he's been in. Look at Ciara all confused.
Toledo is not in Ohio, it is in Ohio, not Canada.
Why did he say he's going to Canada then?
No, I did.
No.
My dad said, I'm in Toledo. I said, oh, you're in Canada. Because I thought Toledo was Toronto.
But he said he was flying to Canada.
He was probably saying it to be a smart aleck to her.
Yeah.
Because she thought Toledo was in Ohio. I mean, my gosh. See, I'm so smart
Just-
that my
Mom,
brain doesn't
Mom,
go.
Let me just get this through. So, FTD is here visiting us for the weekend. So, we are filming this podcast now. We're going to go get dinner. We're going to go hang out later tonight. Yesterday, we had a really fun day. We went to the
Did you
casino.
say yesterday?
I said yesterday.
She said yesterday.
We went to the casino, and I will read off who was winners and who was losers. Ciara was a winner. Mel was a winner. Sam was a winner. And then me, J. Clay, FDD, and Austin and Skip were losers.
You won?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
In the grand scheme of things, no.
Did you walk out of there with money?
Well, we were...
That's winning.
But that's just because you guys were generous and gave us extra winnings.
I walked out of there with not even $1.
Okay, but technically who won and who lost, that was the whole scenario there.
But I walked out empty-handed.
But we were only
Not
there
even
for
$1.
like 2 hours. We had dinner there, and then we all played a rummy tournament, which I won yesterday because I'm just that good. So yeah, that was our week, and now we're at the podcast, and you're really freaking distracting. Okay, guys, we're gonna start with our game, and the game is
Rate me.
The game is rate this 1 to 10. So we're gonna pick. Are you sure they can't hear? Because this is really annoying.
They could barely... If you could hear anything, it was so minuscule.
You're really like annoying.
ASMR.
So we're gonna do rate this blank 1 to 10. We're gonna go back and forth asking questions. It can be about anything, like relationships,
Like spaghetti.
whatever, anything. So my first question to you is rate you and your husband's kissing 1 to 10. And be truthful. Don't front.
4. Maybe 3.
Oh, man.
Honestly, same. Like, I hate kissing.
I have to say, I'll be honest, I never was a let's make out. And I just...
I'm this type of kisser.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Nobody loves that man more than I do. But...
Mom.
It's not even just him, it's anybody.
Take that out of your mouth. You're like a 3-year-old.
It's making me stronger.
It's stuck.
Please watch the YouTube.
No, it was stuck in my mouth. Like I almost had a panic attack. And then look, it's sharp at the top.
How would we?
I think I sliced the top of my roof.
How would we
My mouth.
dissect that out of you?
Wouldn't you? We just have to wait.
We had to knock that tooth back out and get a finger in through
Slide
there.
it through.
Okay.
Anyway, I was never a huge maker outer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well,
like,
you definitely were back in the day.
No, I definitely wasn't.
Well,
Like I just wasn't.
yeah, just skip everything. Get to the
But then
main deal.
he decided he wanted to chew. So I was like,
Chewing tobacco.
yes.
My dad used to chew tobacco.
Yeah,
Smoke
so
cigarettes.
I was
and
like,
drink alcohol all the time.
And then once he quit that, I lost my tooth. And who wants to make out with someone that has teeth missing? Not me, so I would not do that to him.
You guys are in your 40s and these are your problems. That's terrible.
I know. I'm just being honest. I'm being real.
And I just can't stand stank breath. If you got stank breath, you stay away from me. Sam got before Christ breath.
That's what you always say. But no, that's never been an issue with me and Dad. We're very clean.
Are you kidding me? I've smelled both your breath. Both your breath can knock someone
you
dead.
insane?
Both your breath will knock someone dead.
Carissa, my breath?
Gosh, yes, your breath.
Get
Hot
out
breath.
of-
Hot Cheeto breath. Freaking sneaking the Cheetos. Dad's breath can knock
Carissa,
someone dead with
you
that garlic.
are the one with dragon breath. Garlic is one thing. Garlic is one thing. Yours straight
No, you guys should.
booty smell. Nasty. Like Pickles' breath smells better than yours. You just stink.
No, Mom, you got the hottest breath ever. All the
Come
time.
smell my breath.
No. I'm scared.
Come smell it. It smells very watermelony.
Well. Okay. Wait,
I'm just going to randomly you're never gonna know when I'm just gonna sit and smell your breath, and you have to let me smell it.
Okay, you nasty.
And I'm rating it. I'm rating your breath at that point. Ciara's laughing.
Okay, ask
We're
me a
your
rate
breath.
1 to 10.
Okay. Is it about, has to be about relationships?
No, anything in the world. I have to rate it 1 to 10.
Mm,
I'm trying to think of my next one.
how do you rate your driving abilities? Be honest. 1 to 10.
Solid 2.5. I'm
Solid.
terrible. I freak myself out.
What's even worse than her driving abilities? Her parking abilities. This girl can't park to save her life.
Mm-mm.
Don't ask her. That girl has cameras around the entire perimeter of her vehicle. The front, the side, the back, everything. Huge screens, everything. Still can't park to save her life.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
No, it's not. It's
I admit
very
it.
Immature.
Okay. I can't help it. I've gotten crashed into twice. And then I
That's your story.
was driving in the rain and crashed
And you
into.
crashed into somebody else.
I popped literally at least 13 tires. One time,
Yeah.
2 and 1. One time, 2 and 1. Ran over a curb.
And then Dad crashed. What are you doing?
But they were in the boat.
I ain't doing nothing, Dad.
No, when I was in school, when I was at Coastal, and I was like away from my family, and I had this car that God, I had to take care of myself. And I was driving one day, took a sharp turn, both tires down. My entire car went, and I was floating on one side because both my tires and the rims fell off.
I can just see flames coming out because she's probably continuing to drive down the road on the rims.
No, it was so funny because then I had to call Courtney to come pick me up, so she comes to pick me up, and then we had to call a tow truck, so we're waiting for the tow truck to come. And I had to sit in the car to back it up onto the tow truck so that the tow truck. Courtney has the Snapchat somewhere of me being backed onto the tow truck, and then Prince is just like this. Prince no.
Coco, please send us the film so we can
So
share it on
funny.
the YouTube.
But yeah, is it my turn to now say?
Yeah.
What,
You know, I'm
you
feeling-
have an attitude for?
I am feeling
Hot
pretty
breath?
sassy right now. Like
Ugh.
I feel like today's the day that we're going to roast each other.
No, because
To
today's
the
the day we're
extreme.
giving extreme advice. You are rate yourself 1 to 10. A true Christian you are.
Honestly, I would honest to God say 7.8.
Honestly, I would give you at least an 8. You are such a good person.
I try.
You let your wanting to be humorous get in the way of your
No,
Christianity.
because my humor is just that. I am funny. Look at Ciara's laughing.
She's laughing at you.
It doesn't matter. At, with, I don't care. If it makes her laugh and it makes her life better because she's laughing.
Yeah, but I mean, if anybody says they're a 10 out of 10 Christian, that just popped you down to a 5.
I was just saying
saying
because you just lied. You just
No,
committed sin.
I'm gonna be nice. I think that you are literally the most amazing person I've ever known in my life. Your heart. But
Thank you.
you also are petty with 3 T's. Pet.
Oh. I am.
That's your only downfall, I think. You're just petty.
No, you know what my other downfall is?
Immature.
Oh, very extreme.
Don't brush your teeth. Just kidding.
I brush my teeth all the time. But no, unfortunately, I like gossip.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
that's-
don't like to be
that's
involved
bad.
in the
Same.
gossip and drama, but I love.
But I want to
good-
discuss everyone else's.
I love a good drama
business.
moment. Like if there's nothing going on, or if I hear the littlest thing but I don't know the details on it, I will Google it
And I just
to
want
see what's going on. Drama alert.
everybody's stuff. And like if we're at a red light, no joking. If I hear the people next to me, if they have like a window down or something like that, and they're talking, or if they even look like they're talking about something interesting, I'm gonna pop my window down like this, just so I can freaking hear what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, your turn to ask me.
Rate your overall appearance, like as far as fashion.
Every single day or right now?
Overall, like the big picture.
As just fashion, not looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 6.5, but I'm growing.
No, you're definitely more than that.
Like it just depends on my day.
I would
Some
say
days
8.5 because your
Some days
your
I'll be-
frumpiness is cute.
I enjoy my frumpiness better than me trying to. Like right now, I feel disgusting. I hate when I try to look cute and then I don't feel cute. I would rather not try and just be chilling.
Well, here's what just happened. You said right now I don't look cute, and I went like this, rolled my eyes, and went to go look over at Ciara, like, can you believe what she's saying? And I looked at Ciara, guess what Ciara was doing? Ciara was doing like this.
No, because I feel what you're saying.
No, she says the same thing. Like, I'll come out and be like just chilling, and I always say like I feel better like this, and she's the same way.
You guys all, like I said, your bad days, when you guys are like comfy, cute, like, oh, don't look at me. You guys look so cute. And that's where I struggle.
Well, no, we literally just talked about this the other day. Like, she just found out that Aspen got a nose job. And I was like, yeah, her nose wasn't even bad before. But it was so bad. And Aspen's not even that type of person, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Aspen Ovard, if you guys know her on YouTube. She's very much so not, like, super...
Shallow
or any, not even shallow, but she never makes any adjustments to herself. Like, she's just pretty natural and stuff like that. So for her to take the measures to go get a nose job because she thought that her nose was that bad,
it bothered her.
Just goes to show that every single person deals with something that they think is so, like, I think my lips are disgraceful. And I'll tell Sam, like, I gotta go get a lip injection. She's like, absolutely not. But I think I look so much better with them. And you thought your hair was so terrible you had to get hair extensions.
I still think that. I just saw not too long ago my natural again too. Disgusting.
You do really look good with the extensions.
Thanks.
I will say. Like, some people need to get some stuff done, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Like me, this is terrible, but I gotta get some tan going on.
You have to get stuff done.
Can't be pale.
For yourself. That's the thing. Anyone, listen.
For sure.
And like, I think we dabbled in this a little bit before, but I hate the people that are like, oh, I can't believe she went and got breast implants, or she got her nose done, or she got her lips done. Like,
Susie, stay out of everyone's business. Just do your own thing and worry about you, and I promise your life will be a little bit happier.
Again, I bet Susie dyes her hair. I bet she wears makeup. I mean, like, just leave people alone.
Let them do their thing.
Mind your own.
All right, well, we'll do one more each rate, and then we got to get into the advice, because last time we only got 3, and we have 11 more.
I know. I can go on for days.
Hurry up, one more. Go. Oh, you just asked me. Okay. Rates,
No, I'm lost. I can't even think of another one.
I can't think. Ciara's
TikToking.
Oh, well, okay. We'll skip this and tell about Ciara real quick, and then we'll get into our advice. Ciara just became TikTok famous overnight. Literally. She did the... what is it?
Like, I look like I
thick girl check.
And I turn around.
Yeah.
Oh.
That wasn't me.
Hot bread.
Come smell my dragon breath now.
So, if you guys don't know, you should know. TikTok is the move. I've been saying this for 2 months now. Mm-hmm. And me and Ciara make TikTok, so follow us. Ciara Brickley and Carissa Nicole.
And I'm going to, and mine's going to be so funny.
Yeah, we're going to just be TikToking away. So, I mean, still obviously YouTube and social medias. But that's another thing we're adding to it. So, if you guys want to follow us and get some goodness,
right.
do it. I'll link it down below in the YouTube description box. I don't know how to link anything on iTunes. So, if you're listening on iTunes, go check out that.
So, like, I have one, but I just never posted anything. I just have it to follow you guys.
It's fine. You can start posting anytime you want.
I follow you two, and then I follow her little sister and her brother.
Oh, your sister has one too?
No.
Mm-hmm. Logan doesn't have one?
No.
I follow her brother.
I can't leave anyone out.
Her brother is so funny too. No, Austin and Sam won't.
Her brother is killing it. Because he just has no fear.
No, he doesn't. And I literally crack up. Like, I've watched his more than I've watched anybody else's.
Yeah. He's good. And you know what, though? He's putting stuff out there. And that's all it takes. All it takes is one. One to go.
What's his called? I'm going to
just Hunter Brickley.
Hunter_Brickley.
Hunter_Brickley. If you guys want to see a male version of Ciara, then just go.
In those cheekbones, though.
I know, he had a glow up.
Oh my god.
Huge glow up.
Huge glow up.
Oh, it's Hunter.Brickley.
Hunter.Brickley. Hunter.Brickley. Alright, guys. That's it for our TikTok shenanigans. Now, we're going to get into what we did last week. You guys really liked it. Got a lot of good feedback on it. People want to hear all the relationship and friendship advice that we got. So, we're going to have to try to go through these. We still want to get good advice out, but we need to just, get as many as we can done today. All right, first question. I'm meeting my boyfriend's family next week, and I'm so nervous. I'm so introverted. Advice.
Whoa, was this from last week?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's meeting them this week.
Oh, she's meeting this week.
Yeah, so we got to get this up.
All right, well, who was it?
The most important...
Taylor. Her name's Taylor.
Taylor, just be who you are. Don't be who you think they want you to be.
Right.
Be who you are. Because if you go and present who you think they want to be, but then that's not you, then they're going to be like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
you're gonna,
agree.
just be who you are. Because you don't want someone to like you or not like you. What's that saying? I'd rather be
Hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Right.
And that's the truth.
And honestly, like, being introverted versus extroverted is who you are as a person. Doesn't
That's
make you
right.
any, like, if you're introverted and shy, it doesn't make you a bad person. And if you're very outgoing and talkative, that doesn't make you annoying. Like,
Right.
you just be who you are. If they don't like you, then that man probably isn't for you.
Be who you are, just be honest. If they ask you questions, again, don't try to, you know, spice up your life or dumb it down either. Just if they ask you a question, just be honest.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And go in there, something I learned from this week's church service, go in there and
That's
ask
good.
them questions because
It shows you
Yes.
care. Like, don't just sit there and wait for them to ask you questions. Like, actually ask questions back. And it could be as simple as, what do you do for a living?
Right.
Or what other questions could you ask? Like, where are you from?
plus sometimes
What are your hobbies?
let's face it, don't you sometimes get some juicy information from the parents that
Mhm.
the boyfriend ain't
That's
telling you?
my favorite thing to do. You guys know I love roasting everybody and everything. So
No.
I'll just like try to get information out. Like, tell me about, like, when I met Sam's mom, I was like, tell me about Sam's past. Like, was he bad? Like, what did he do?
Heck yeah.
Like, tell me about his funniest moments. I was like, embarrass me about him. Like, I just like, it makes everything so much easier. And then when you get a funny conversation going, it's just an easier conversation.
Right.
When
But
it's so
ask-
serious, it's.
Look them in the eyes. Don't be looking down.
But don't look in the eyes. Like, yes, when you have a serious conversation, you need to look in the eyes. But if you're like this, staring at them, talking like this,
Oh
it's
well, no,
really
that's
weird.
just a little freaky. But
Yeah.
But no, just be you and ask them questions.
And good luck. I'm sorry we didn't get to this last week.
I know.
Let us know
You'll
how
be
it goes.
fine.
Let us know. Okay, next question is how to deal with breaking up. I think they just mean, like, what do you do after? My favorite thing is to say, just glow.
Focus on you,
up.
right?
And just be the absolute best version of yourself. If you're not being the best version of yourself, then
Who are you being?
whether you're being broken up with or not, or you're breaking up with someone or not,
All the more
always be
reason.
the best
But
version.
you should always, whether you, even if you're in a relationship, that's what happens a lot of times. Is
Mhm.
you don't focus on you, but then you end up down the road with regrets or. Like, you end up resenting
Mhm.
other people because you feel like you... How many times do you hear people saying, like, I just lost myself?
Yeah.
Don't lose yourself.
Don't lose yourself in
Yes.
somebody else.
Exactly.
And so many times when people break up with someone else and they see someone they haven't seen in a long time, they're like, oh, well, where's blah, blah, blah. You don't want them to be like, oh, she's just depressed and she's
Exactly.
just like, she lost herself, she's a mess. No, you want them to be like, dude, I screwed up. Like, she is thriving. Like, just go
Yeah.
out there and be your best self. Sorry they
Still
didn't want
go
you
through
then.
the motions.
It's okay to be
I
sad.
mean, you could take like 3-4 days max and just get it out.
But
girl.
please don't bring it to social media. Don't
No.
embarrass yourself.
No, even if they are 1000% wrong,
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Be the bigger person.
Get it out of your system. Scream, cry, punch pillows, do what you gotta do. Talk to your mom, your sister, your brother, whatever. But then, remember last time I was like, go to the grocery store. Just distract yourself. But then, you stop.
Yeah.
Even if you're not ready to stop, just stop. And get over it. And just move on. And just be the best that you can be.
And just realize that
Make
you guys
it
are breaking
regret
up for a reason and there's someone else out there better for you. Okay, how to know when it's time to break up with someone. By the way, love you.
it. If you can look at that other person and picture them with somebody else and you're okay with it, it's time to let them go.
If, I don't know if this person wants me to say her name. What's her first name? Because it's all one jumbled. I think her name was Maggie. Maggie, if you're asking this question, I think it's time to break up.
Yeah.
If, like, I have never just thought, like, I need to break up with Sam, or have thought, like, I should probably break up with Sam. But I've had exes where I've literally thought that all the time, and it would have been easier if you would just break up
Yeah,
in the
ask
moment.
yourself, why are you asking that?
Yeah.
What is making, and here's the thing, if what's bothering you about this man, if it's something that you're not, that, like, it doesn't matter to you or whatever, then maybe work on it. If it's something that is like a deal breaker, something you just cannot see yourself dealing with in the future, then get out now.
Don't try to change that person, because
Mm-mm.
you just can't. Like, you can give somebody a ultimatum, so to speak,
Right.
like, choose this or this, but you can't get mad if they choose their original lifestyle.
Right.
You got into the relationship with them when you knew they were like that. So Don't ever
More
try
than
to change
likely.
somebody
Not
because
always.
they will resent you if you try to change them. So
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, I just think that if you have to even think about when it's time to break up, I think it is time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And like I said, if you can imagine them with another woman, so imagine you see them the following week on social media taking a picture with another chick, are you gonna be like, oh well.
This one's funny. I know the dude I'm seeing is not the one for me, but I'm just a POS and I can't stop hooking up with him. Like, help. Laughing emoji.
Just stop. Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, because
You're
you
wasting
know
time.
he's telling all his boys, like, yeah, like, I don't have to wife her up, but, like, I just keep her around.
You're wasting your time. That time can be used to A, better yourself, or B, find the person that you...
Or both.
Yes.
Better yourself. Like, if he's not a distraction in your mind and you're constantly, like, giving in to him, like, he just wins every time. Like, just maybe tell him no at least once. And then he'll be like, oh, shoot. And he'll just be taken off guard. Like, just don't do it.
No,
You're
it's
so
not,
much better
it's
than
not
that.
worth it. Because
Yeah.
you're literally just wasting time, energy, and you clearly don't have that kind of feeling for him.
And there's no better sleep in this world when you don't have a thing to worry about and you just take your makeup off and you just lay your head on your pillow and you're just like, no guilt.
AKA J. Clay every night.
Same. All right. Birthday ideas for your boyfriend. That's a good question.
Well, it depends on what he likes.
Yeah. I am a firm believer in memories and experiences
Yes.
over material things. Like,
Absolutely.
unless that person, like, for example, Sam literally was begging for a pair of shoes. Like, that's all the poor boy wanted for his birthday. So I, like, got him a pair of shoes. But previous birthdays or anniversary or anything like that, we've always just done, like, experience type of things because you can make memories last forever. Something like a pair of shoes or whatever is only going to last for a little bit.
And
Unless they really want it.
Right. I say, here's my thing. First of all, listen to what they like. You really need to listen to them. But if you don't have an idea of something that you know, like in his case, the shoes, and like in my case, I got him some of those Lululemon.
Oh, he
because
loves those,
that.
Yeah. He wears them. I'm not kidding.
But if you don't have that idea, honestly, then if anything, just give them cash. Let them go buy. Like,
People always
can't
think
stand buying a gift just so you can say you bought a gift, but
right,
then
it's
chances
not
are they're
special. It's
right.
not special.
You're throwing your money away because
Cash
they might not even like
is
it.
special.
Yes.
People think it's like something. Cash is not a good present to give. It's not thoughtful. There's nothing more that I want to open my birthday card from than cash.
When Mel gave me a birthday card, I opened it up and I shook it. And she started laughing. I'm like, you never saw that before. I was like, where's the money? Nothing in there.
Like, you know what's worse than anything?
What?
Gift cards to a certain place. Like, get a Visa gift card. That way you can choose.
I was just going to say yes. Because some people get gift cards.
I just gave away gift cards for my giveaway, but
But no, gift card, like you said, if it's a Visa or MasterCard or something like that, it's okay. Because some people do that so that they can write it off for their business or whatever. So.
But if you do get a gift card specifically for somewhere, they have to spend it on that. They
Right.
won't use it to spend it on, like, tampons or
So
food.
again, like if I gave you a Starbucks
I said
gift
tampons for your
card-
boyfriend.
I know.
Shavers,
Gosh.
whatever. Can you stop?
I think it was say
Ugh.
something.
Hot breath over here.
Yeah, right. But if I gave you a Starbucks gift card, I know you're gonna like. If it, you know, somebody likes something.
Yeah.
That's different. Or
Yeah.
like if I gave you some for like a Bath and Body Works to get candle, like something like that. But don't just like be like, oh, they like to shop. I'm gonna get them a Kohl's gift card. They might hate Kohl's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't do that.
Okay, next one is, have you ever had to deal with parents not liking a boyfriend, and how do you deal with it? I mean, like, I knew my parents weren't crazy about my exes, but you know, you guys have always just been nice. Like, you guys just support me, and
We ultimately let you decide.
yeah.
But as your parents, we also tell you guys what we feel.
Yeah,
and what we see. Because sometimes it's easy for other people to see things than you, because you're in the relationship,
Yeah.
you're involved. It's
You
like
guys
you're
have
outside looking.
always been good at telling, like, me and Austin, like, when there's, like, red flags or there's a sign or blah, 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 or if you really just don't like somebody, you're good at saying that, but you ultimately just, like, let us decide what it is. And I
You
think,
have to.
I don't like when parents, I don't know.
No, some parents
force
are just
things.
out of yes.
Like, for example, I knew somebody that literally her and her boyfriend broke up, and her mom was like texting the boyfriend trying to get them back together.
That's weird.
Like, you don't do that.
No.
But if your parents don't like somebody, instead of getting
hard.
mad at your parents, because I remember one of the boys that I freaking liked in high school was like the worst person I could ever like. Such a bad boy back. That's why I liked him. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And
W.
God, that was so bad. But anyways, I like thought I really liked him. Like I really did. I did not know why. I just did, and I could not stop myself. And like that's the thing every teenage girl's gonna go through.
Yeah.
But listen to your parents because
Right.
they know. Like they just know.
We didn't dislike him. We didn't hate him. He just was not good for you.
And he absolutely
Period.
was not. And like
And he
you just
wasn't
have
even
to
good
listen.
to you.
No,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of the times.
I know. That was the worst when like my mom would see him post a picture of another girl and be like, "What's this?" I'm just like, "Oh, because we're just friends." And then meanwhile I go upstairs and be like, "Ah."
There was only like 2 people that I felt feelings like that for with you.
Only 2?
Mm-hmm. W-L.
The other one.
And here's the thing, like now, wish them well.
Yeah,
If they're doing,
whatever.
Yeah, they just weren't good for you.
Mm-hmm. But just listen to your parents. Like, they may not always be right. Some parents do just step over boundaries, but especially if you have a really good relationship with your parents, take their advice. Just, like, at least think it through. Don't get mad at them.
Just ask yourself,
Why do you like
What?
that person anyway?
right, well, and ask yourself, why don't they? What do they see that
Right.
you don't?
And don't justify their
don't make
wrongdoings.
excuses for them.
Yeah.
either.
If your man that you like is out doing things that he should not be doing, don't justify his doings.
Mhm.
Because your parents are right and they just want the best for you. All right. Next question. Sorry, I took my phone because it closed. I've asked my partner to change a couple things about his behavior. I could see someone like, can you change this about your behavior?
I could see you do that.
About his behavior, like how he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. I know he really loves me, so why won't he change?
Because he loves that a little bit more.
Woo! Fire!
I mean, it's the truth. He's obviously choosing that over you. Now, I will say this, because I personally went through that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
They can love
yes,
you,
yes,
but it comes down to priorities.
and it can work. But just ask yourself: are you willing to ride it out? And it may never change. It may get worse.
Yeah.
You never know.
I don't have anything to top that.
How bad does it bother you?
Right. You don't want to sit around and just like resent that person for who
Right.
they are.
And let me ask you this: how fun are you? Yeah, I mean, like, how fun? Like, when you guys are around each other, are you constantly nagging him about what?
Are
he needs
you
to
miserable that he wants to get out and
Right.
do something? Right.
Change? If you're constantly miserable that he needs to change this, you need to change this, you need to change, then that's might be why he's partying. I'm not saying he's right. I mean,
Yeah, like me and Sam don't party. Me and Sam both in our past lives did. We both experienced that lifestyle. And I'm just like such an amazing person that he just doesn't want to do anything else.
well,
Just
how do you
saying.
even top that? But no, ask yourself, how fun are you to be around? Because maybe he feels like when he's with you, he could be totally rolling his eyes internally, like nonstop. Because like if you're just nagging him all the time, and again, you may be 100% right. He's probably acting immature. He's probably doing stupid things. He's probably like making jokes about you, or you know what I mean, being rude to you when he's drunk because he thinks he's funny type of
And
thing.
you do not deserve
Right.
that at all.
No. So either leave.
Oh.
Well, there's your answer.
I know they heard that one. Okay, this one is hilarious. How to not be crazy jealous. It's just in my blood. I'm a freaking psycho, but she didn't say freaking. And we all know who this person is that said that.
Ciara? No, I'm just
I've
kidding.
gotten better.
No, I used to be so jealous. I'm just being real. I used to be jealous over famous people. If he would like want to look at a famous person,
My eyes hurt.
well,
I just rolled so hard.
is this podcast about being real?
Yes.
Okay, well then, hush your mouth.
And what famous people were you
I-
jealous of?
You know what it is? It's insecurity. So I'm going to tell you that's what I'm getting at. It's not that you want to be petty Betty. It's insecurity. And at that time, I was insecure. There was a lot of things about me that I was not happy with. So therefore, I thought that if he looked at a famous person, like, oh my gosh, he loves her more than me. I went through that. It's exactly because I didn't feel like I was enough. I wasn't focused on me. I was worried about him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, if you're jealous, then chances are you need to work on yourself.
You're doing really good at this podcast.
God.
Like, I can't even top that. I can't relate. I feel
I will say that. No,
weird
you've
saying
never
that.
been.
I've never been a jealous person. Like, I am the opposite. Like, I'm jealous when my time is taken from me. I feel bad. I'm jealous of myself not getting enough time with myself. Like,
No, and that's good, but
that can also come across as, like, rude.
no, I don't think so at all.
I just, like, especially celebrities and stuff like that, I have literally, I don't care. Like, I'll be irritated if I'm sitting next to Sam and I, like, look over and he's scrolling through Instagram and he passes, like, a really hot girl and he purposely, like, I'm just like, can you chill? Like, it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm not gonna
And that's what's funny. Now, I don't have that at all because I started focusing more on me.
Oh, wait, I have to tell a funny story about Dad's Instagram.
What
So we followed people on Dad's
Oh.
Instagram, and he didn't know. We created my dad's Instagram for him, and we followed people, like hot girls, and my dad just opened his app one day, because we're all on Instagram, he's like,
Austin always teases him.
he's like, oh, I don't know how this got on here, and we're just, it's like all these girls' butts showing, he's like, who put this on my Instagram? And it's so funny, because these girls will follow him back.
And Austin would take pictures, like old pictures of him, crazy ones, and like have the most stupid caption, and he would panic because he didn't know how to get it taken down.
Yeah. So,
But no, I'm not jealous
Jealousy.
now at all. As a matter of fact, I have like I will watch like, oh my gosh, is she pretty? And he'll be like, who? I'm like, her. I'm like,
oh
and
yeah,
I will
I'll tell
point-
Sam to look at girls'
Same.
butts. I'm like, can you
But
look
that's
at her
because
butt?
I feel way better about who I am now
True.
than who I was then.
Yeah, and it's just like, I also have a pride problem too. So I just like always trained myself, like, you just don't feel that, like, especially don't show your colors to your man.
Right.
Make him think, I don't care, do what you want. So, just works. Favorite quality in a friend and favorite quality in a significant other.
It's the same for both.
What?
For me.
Okay, what?
Humor. I just want to laugh. I would rather be with someone that is fun and just funny and that we can joke around and laugh nonstop more than anything. I mean, of course, there's like close seconds and thirds and fourths, but that's my favorite. I love when me and Dad just have fun, like just laugh, making fun of each other.
Yeah. I have to say I agree again. I love just like somebody that you don't have to pretend, like walk on eggshells or like be careful about what you say. Like I literally want to say whatever, do whatever, be
Act
whoever I
goofy,
am, be
yeah.
goofy. Like there's nothing better than a belly laugh, like just like cracking up with somebody. And that is true. Like especially like definitely with a friend, but even with your significant other, you
Yeah.
have to have that.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't, then you're gonna have a very boring life.
Well, and so that's something that me and Sam had to work on because in the beginning of our relationship, like I loved everything about him,
He
but
was
I
just
would
a little more serious.
I would notice that when I would make jokes, I
You
wasn't
didn't
getting a
think they were
response.
Rude.
He'd just be like, and I said, I literally sat him down one day and I said, I have a concern. You have no humor. And then he started laughing more recent, like
See?
in the past. Like he's like,
Maybe he was afraid to laugh. Maybe
no,
thought
he
was gonna hurt
wasn't
your
afraid.
feelings if
He
laughed at you.
he truly just is from another world. Like he truly just did not know so many things that I know. Like East Coast and Wyoming, I can't even say West Coast because
Right.
California, Arizona, we all know what we're doing. Nothing against Wyomingers, but Sam just has a different, he grew up completely
Right.
different. Like our lifestyles were like 10-year shifts. Like he grew up
Yeah.
in your generation, I grew up in mine. And like there's just things that he just
He was
does
definitely
not
more
find
serious. And he's
Or-
still like that. When he's eating and playing cards or any kind of like competition,
Mhm.
he's a very serious person.
Now, since he's been with, he now
He's
has
working
some humor. And I'm just
He
like,
does.
where did this come from? Where'd you pull this out?
It's funny when he when he does his pickle voice,
Yes.
it cracks me up.
But in the beginning, he truly just didn't think things were funny, and I was just like, we're gonna have a problem because like having fun with somebody is my most important
Same.
aspect.
That's how I am.
I was like, I
Like I
love
said-
everything about you, but this week I work on the humor side.
And I honestly felt like self-confidence is huge. I would not want to be with someone that I have to build up all the time.
That is
Like
so-
someone that is
gosh.
constantly having pity parties for themselves.
Yeah.
Like everyone goes through periods like that, and you are supposed to lift your other person up, whether it's your friend or your significant other. But if it's all the time, if I'm constantly having to tell you or try to lift you up, that's just going. Then it becomes a job, and then it's like.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I also love a good listener. Because that's something I really would work on
Yeah.
myself. Like, the qualities I love in my other significant others and friends is things that I possess, but, like, something I admire that I wish I possessed more of is being a good listener.
Yeah.
Sam is the best listener.
Like that sermon, I'm telling you, that really did something for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
so
it.
funny. Our last sermon in church was all about, like, being a good listener, and, like, I kept seeing, like, Ciara tap Austin's leg, and my mom tap my dad's leg, and Sam's, like, tapping my leg. I literally... I'm such a bad listener, but I need to stop
Dad
doing
has
that.
really stepped up his just in the whole husband area.
Yeah.
Dad he has become amazing, like way amazing.
Yes.
He's really stepped up. He's not perfect. I'm still working on him.
All right. Did that one.
And drive. You gotta have some drive. You gotta want
Agreed.
to accomplish. You have to have things you want to accomplish. If you don't have something you want to accomplish, we're gonna have a part.
What'd they say?
I don't know, but Big Daddies.
Okay. This is our last question, actually, anyways. Advice on being long distance from different states. So we pretty much, all three of us have gone through long distance,
Yeah.
but I have not been long distance in my most recent relationship.
I kinda am.
You are
right
long
now.
distance, yeah.
And honestly, it's so different nowadays with
Technology,
Yes.
social media.
FaceTime. I mean, it's not the same, but I will say this: make time to talk. You have to do that. I don't care how busy you are, what you got going on. Make time to talk.
Yeah.
But not too much.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. Don't just be on the phone doing your separate things because here's the thing. Then it becomes dead space, and then it becomes like where they call and you're like, oh my gosh, do I have time
Mhm.
for this? Get on the phone, say what you gotta say, do what you gotta do, and then hang up.
I
It
think
builds it too.
that, I mean, just from my experience, that I think that if you're in a long distance relationship, I mean, call me crazy, but I think it's like a sign from God that you still need to work on yourself. Like, if you're willing to go through like a long distance, like, if you're not able to be with that person all the time, I think that's a sign that you still need to work on yourself. When you're finally able to be together or circumstances come to play that you can be together every day, then that's a different thing. Because in my past relationships, every single one was long distance. And then me and my one ex went to college together, and we just knew we were not meant for each other. And then my other ex, like, we did long distance the whole time, never were together, and found out that you can't be together. And then this most recent one, Sam, we have never been long distance, and I finally feel like I know myself. I am myself. I don't, like, obviously you always need to work on yourself. You always need to be better, but I finally am content and happy with myself and my life that, like, I feel like it's okay to be with somebody every day.
Yeah.
Any other relationship I could not be with every
And
single
I
day.
think it tests you too. Like, because when they're not around you all the time, are you being tempted by outside
Right.
things? If you're being tempted, chances are you're probably
not meant
not
to be that person.
into that relationship as
Mhm.
much as you want to be or think you are. And also you have if you have a trust problem, don't be in a long distance because
No, God, no.
you're
'Cause
gonna,
then you're
then
gonna-
you're gonna be that. Where are you? Who are you with? Oh, who's that?
And you're gonna
Like, there's someone in the
assume.
back-
You're
like,
gonna make up
yeah.
assumptions in your own head too.
Right, and then they're just gonna get annoyed, and then it's just not worth it. You have to trust. You have to trust until you're given a reason not to trust.
And, like she said, if you are long distance and your only way of communicating is through FaceTime or whatever, make time to do that, but don't just sit there and just to be on FaceTime.
Dead air. Yeah, like that's annoying.
That would suffocate me.
Yes.
Oof, that's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Especially you're.
I hate
Yeah.
phone calls, texting, FaceTime. Don't do it. I don't care for friends. I don't care for dating.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm the same way.
Every time I call her just for something stupid, she just hangs up before I even say bye.
Oh, that's
Done.
fine.
I do that to
I'll be mid-sentence and she'll be like, okay, gotta go, bye. And I'm like, no, that's just rude.
I know. I'm just a rude person. Come to that conclusion.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know what it is. I leave everyone on red, not on purpose. Just
I think it started off not intentional, but then I think now you're just like that's your thing.
It's expected. It's expected.
Yeah, but it's still rude. Like when I'm in the middle of saying something.
No, like
okay,
when I'm on FaceTime with you and Dad, and it's funny to like.
It's not funny
to hang up. I think it's funny.
So what do? We do house party.
They lock me out of the room.
Yeah, so then we lock her out.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that was we got through all those today.
Wow, we did good. Hi, Ciara.
So I'm glad we got through everybody's questions. These are the ones I had the chance to screenshot because I screenshotted them in the last podcast. And then I was like, oh, I'll do them later, and I forgot. So Dad asked the question, Austin asked the question.
And I specifically said, what did Dad ask? And you're like, nope, I'm not telling you.
So I don't have those ones. I just have the ones I screenshotted. But there's only like 5 more. It was the five most recent ones. So if we did not answer your question,
you don't remember what Dad asked?
No, I really don't.
So rude.
So
remember that? We asked her. And she's like, oh, we'll find out next week.
But we liked doing this advice thing on relationships and friendships. So if you guys have topics, still nobody sent in a topic for us to talk about.
People just don't even like, correspond with us at all. I think we're really not even liked.
I thought the same thing. I surely did. I was like, no one really cares. We get like 300 to 600 views on YouTube. And I just was like, oh, no one cares. But I've had so many people tell me what happened 40 minutes in. So people do care.
And I love just the random without like. I appreciate anyone that screenshots or
I know, and we always do
tags. I do, but nothing I love more because a lot of those are after we say something about it or we bring it up or something. But nothing I love more than just the random out of the blue. You see something like I just got one today, and someone they screenshotted it.
So this was their favorite podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because we haven't even mentioned it or said anything for a couple of days, and it was like, okay, so that was someone who just randomly on their own thought of it, like it wasn't a reminder or anything like that. I like that.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys. We love you. And what do we have going on for the rest of the week? You have to work on Jack. New arrivals are coming.
Yes,
very soon.
I have so many new things. I have to.
Well, what's your plan? Are you doing another huge launch? Or are you going to do like 10 items? Or how are you going to do it?
I think I'm just going to start trickling things in.
Trickling them in?
Yes.
Like trickle.
Yeah. Instead of throwing everything at everyone at once.
Just
trickle. It's going to be a Jack trickle.
So stupid. So you guys know how the site name's Jack. She's like trying to think of, clever captions. So she's like, all jacked up or I feel jacked off. I'm just like, Mom, we gotta chill.
I liked what you said, jacked from head to toe.
Yeah.
That was cool. Dad liked that too. Dad approved.
I was gonna put...
But when it's Dad approved, that's big.
I was gonna put jacking around.
Oh, but yet I'm stupid. You're so dumb.
Alright guys, that is going to be it for today's podcast. We love you all times a million, Billy truly. Rate, subscribe, share, review.
Yes.
And is that it?
Go shop.
Yeah,
www. www.thejackedlife.com.
And follow us on TikTok. Bye!
Bye!